זה התחיל? תגיד דברי פתיחה.
Okay.
In English.
I'm waiting 1 minute that Yam will tell me to begin because a lot of people now connect.
Are trying to connect, so we're waiting
I'm trying to connect.
a minute before they connect, and say a few opening words if you want.
For me, there is no opening words and then to repeat. I can say blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
Yalla, let's begin.
רגע. I want to share it on for your Israeli students to watch. So I will share it and then you could start. Okay.
That's it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I will start very, very slow to bring things from clouds to business. Because now the speed of light becomes the speed of the material. And next weekend, it's going to have a stamp, a government spiritually stamp to begin all the new. The new is now celebrate to those that has a potential of higher self. It's so celebrate that it seems like, even it's not true, that all the new want to kick out like all the old. The old doesn't have any more legitimacy or drawers or place to stay inside of us. What allowing us to allowing the new? To allowing the new now, it's to change the tone of the thinking, the tone of the way that we look, the tone of the speak, the tone of how we relate to the spirit, to change the complaining in the tone. That's what allowing the new. Because we're not really affected by others, and we not affect others, and there is no outside reality at all, we see just through the spirit eyes, we see just mirrors, and we don't know even that we see mirrors, that reflect our need now. So who we can complain? We cannot say I'm deserve, we cannot complain. In Hebrew, I'm deserve, it means it's supposed to come out to me. Nothing's coming from out, nothing. Everything begin in us, everything is supposed to end in us, and everything begin with the male softness, and everything need to end in the male softness. We need to see the next fear, the next problem, the next things that we want to fix as an opportunity to increase the light that passing through me, to increase my freedom, to increase my awareness, to increase my trust in my spirit, to increase my joy. That's why we create things. We never create to complain or to try to get rid of things, because there is no other way to go forward. No other way to go forward. For 26,000 years we believe that maybe God will send us, maybe we'll have luck, maybe it will come, maybe if we pray and wish or manipulate or think or whatever, or visualization and all that cosmic jokes. No way. The only way to go forward, in Hebrew, miracle comes from the word trying. It's to try to take the next thing that coming up, the next thing that the system bring up, and the system never bring things up if she doesn't see the potential that I can change the way I look at it. The potential. It means she never bring the bathing suit if she doesn't see the sea. And then everything, it's a question now how I see the next problem, the next things to fix, the next fear to leave. Because the new is dominate now. The new is everything now. And I'm going to talk about it subconsciously, private subconsciously, collective subconsciously. All the world is changing totally. And it's so powerful that the only thing that we need to change, the only curtain in our door of the thought, it's how we see the next thing to fix. If we still complain and we want to get rid of it, so the old is dominate. If we agree to learn how to, and that's our soul. Our soul doesn't care about any other soul, doesn't want for any other soul to take forward. Our soul practicing how to create purified by taking the next things and changing to light. Taking the next fear and changing to light. That's the only job of the soul. The one and the only job. This is why when the soul brings things, she doesn't say, oh, for 2,000 years or 28,000 years, Michael could look at it in a new way, so, it's bad. No, the soul say, wow, let's bring it because there is a potential to try to see it with trust, to see it in. In Hebrew, to change and repeat, it's the same word. It means every time you want to change something, you have to repeat it. You have to repeat it. There is no other way to change it. There is no other way to go forward. There is no other way to be the teacher of your suffering. Teacher is not to teach others. Just in your screen, it will say, I'm free about this issue. So the only way now, it's actually the tone of the thinking, of the speaking, the tone of the way I look at things. That's what allowing the new. How I see the next opportunity to increase my light, to create freedom, and especially next week and next weekend, it's how to agree to learn to create a new frame. Because we all fall to this catch-22, to this trap that we're trying to create, to plan the freedom. I know what I will tell you next few days. I know how I will act. I know how I should, and I know how I... No. We need to plan just the frame. And the freedom, it's a freedom you can feel just in the frame. And in Hebrew, to look for, and freedom, it's the same word. It means you stop to look for and you allow in freedom. by coming, feel the new frame, and then you know how to try to be yourself in this new frame. So this weekend, next weekend, it's a big junction, Saturday and Sunday, to build a new frame, to go out from the, איך אומרים בועה?
I don't say. You're in a cage.
Like an egg, like a cage, yeah. To go
In a
out,
bubble, in a bubble.
finally to have balance between high soul and material world, that there is no material world, but finally to have balance. Because till now, high soul goes with loneliness, with no enough money passing through you, with high potential, but here you don't know how to walk. It was not equal. Next week, the beginning of the equal between high soul and I cannot just say high soul and a new freedom. High soul and kind of like feeling the new speed of light in the material. It's like it will be the same material, but smelling like a baby, smelling like more fresh, like more energy passing through, more amount of light inside. So that's next week, and it's very, very powerful. So we are now in such an amazing time after 26,000 years that we really, it's not just okay to think new. No, it's even the way the thought passing through the physical body, it's new. Even the way that our binocular will see the mirrors that we need to meet ourselves, because the only joy and the only principle and the only target is to meet yourself. This is why everybody around you are opposite, and you put all of them as a mirrors to meet yourself. The binocular is different. The way that you will meet yourself and the way that you will feel whole with the missing, because who you choose to see? You choose to see just people that had more of what missing in you. That's who you choose to see. So the mind says, oh, they can give you and you will be whole. Because anyway, they have more than even what they need. And there is no such a thing. No one can give us anything. We need to feel wholeness with the missing. And that will be more easy from next week. We need to see, and we need to see, we will see what's missing in us always. Because the eyes and what we feel in our body, just what's missing in us. You don't feel what's flow. Never. You feel just the next thing to fix, the next things that missing in you. The next things that not free. We will feel and we will see, but we will not much less expect, and of course each one it's a process, that you will give me what's missing in me. Because if I'm waiting for you that you will give me what's missing in me, it's loneliness. And you can never give me, and I will never develop, because I'm staying disappointed that you don't give me enough what I need. And that's complaining patterns that was in our cells for 26,000 years. This is why we develop outside God and all these cosmic jokes and evil eyes, and that we depends on others, and all this togetherness and all this thing. Everything now it's about you, and remember yourself, and I will say something delicate. It will be so clear for us that if we will see us from above, we will think that we respect each other. And I want to delicate that. It will be so clear. It will be, I cannot tell my body to stop to lecture.
ככה, בסדר, אוקיי.
It will be so clear. Listen this, Danny, it's for you too, for me. That we will respect our need and our choosing those mirrors to meet ourselves. Even if it will seem like we respect each other, or there is no respect each other. In Hebrew, respect each other, it's heaviness. If you respect others, you really put here a note, I will be back soon, there is someone more important than me, and this is wiped now from this world. There is someone more important than me. There is no such a thing anymore. The higher self cannot even stand the idea, because in the soul, there is no other soul more important than me. Especially the higher self. No problem to wipe all the tuches of Africa, no problem to serve, no problem. No, but you have to add the awareness that you do it just for you. But I want to dedicate again these very, very themes that will be more clear from next week. The option to use the mirrors. Till now we didn't have the option to use the mirrors. We're afraid that, oh, she has bad energy, we're affected by that, she takes from me energy, God will send me energy, whatever. So we never respect the mirror. We think we're affected by the husband, kids, family. So we can never really respect the mirror. So we never use them. We never use them as a mirrors. We use them as an excuse of my suffering, of my sleepy dimension, of my sleepy awareness. And now it will be so clear that I choose even these moods to look at them. If I look at them, it serves something in me. It's a mirror for me. It can be a person, it can be any view, it can be any fear, it can be. Because we will not forget ourselves, and that's going to be very strong, it will be easy for us to use and to respect how I use the mirrors. I'm respecting the part in me that chose these mirrors. Of course, those mirrors are old for me. There is no outside reality. Write it on the wall, write it in the fridge, write it everywhere. There is no outside reality. Any reality, it's a history that we repeat and try to change the way we see it, the way, the sense. All the flat tires are in the spirit. There are no flat tires in the physics. Of course, it's show off in the physics, because there is no physics. Physics is just different density. But all the flat tire in the spirit, and the way she's settled down, she sits in the physical body. And it will be so clear for me that I'm not affected by others, and I don't want to affect others, and I don't want for others. And all what I need is to love what I create. So it will be much more easy to see you and you show what missing in me, and I don't deal with you, I'm with myself. That's everything. We couldn't do it till now really so clear and so simple. To see you, to look at you, yes, oh, you're ambassador of what missing in me. Or whatever. To see any picture that I choose, any reality, any fear, any view, any person. And I will so respect in me the idea, the process that I'm just look at you to see me, and I don't know even what I'm seeing in me and what you are ambassador of and what I fixing in me. But if I look at you, because the eyes doesn't see, the light in the eyes what sees. This is why there is no outside reality. I put here 4 million people and tell them to look at the sofa, and they will see 4 million different sofas. So that's going to be very clear. That's freedom. That's freedom because that's how the souls behave, work, act, think, how the soul think, especially the higher self, how the soul think. So we need now, till next week and from next week, to agree to learn of the new frame. Because the frame is going to expand, change the shape, color and sound. That when we will come to the new frame, kind of like it will be more easy for us to think different, speak different, and like I said, feel free. Because freedom you can feel just in the frame. The soul can feel free just inside the body. Of course. So we are now in a very powerful time and a very intense time. Like crazy intense time. Because we are kind of like in the last moments of the old that want to live. Until now, the old we used to live like, okay, we are standing in line, we have our own rhythm, take it slowly but surely. Not anymore. The old almost want to explode our bubble to come out and finally to, like I said, to feel our potential in the material world. We are a spirit. We need to feel it in sex, money, food, in the daytime. There are no other spirit in the material world. That spirit. And we're going to feel it, like I said. The material will smell more like, wow, like a new kind of air inside the balloon. So this is it, the clouds. Let's see what's the question, let's see what's happening, let's see what, because I have a lot of knowledge. The knowledge now, it's amazing. And because I'm lecturing in English just in once in 2 months, so it seems like before 20 years, because the speed of the light now, so like every second, it's not like all the lifetime that we used to take the camel, kiss with the camel and die in 31 years. Now it's every second, it's like new world. So the people that has the potential of the higher self, And that's also what's happening in the world, physically world, in the subconscious collective. And sorry to tell you all the American that Trump is a very, very, very serving the new, is accurate, is the best, is like the best screwdriver to the machine that will work. Yeah? And if he doesn't even know it, but he's unbelievable. It's like, if I will say in old words, I will say like all the spirit with him, but there is no such a thing. So yes, and he's doing that, and he's always say, I am for me, for us. That's what we should learn a lot. And he's really serving he's the top of the flower of the subconscious collective, and all this world are changing physically and spiritually and dimension and weather's crazy like ever and everywhere. So we are really in a big transformation. And like I said, from all this lecture, if you want to take something that's very, very important, practice to change the complaining tone inside your thought. Because every time you complain, you feel midget, you feel unlucky, you feel that everybody has and you don't, or whatever. And you don't use what you create, that's the worst. And you don't practice with your soul how to take the next potential, the next option, to add more light to your soul, because there is no other way to add more light to who you are. Just to take the next darkness, the next fear, the next black hole, whatever you call it, place that you're not free, and to make it light. Question. We have question.
We have questions, but first if you have a question here.
So we say the new, but then it seems like what's new is just the way we approach it or process it. It doesn't seem like there's actually a new anything. Is that
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. You know what people ask me, especially now, I sold to a few hundred people some codes, amazing spiritual codes, and they ask me twice a week which code to listen. It's not like if you have a headache you will listen to the head. Then you want to get rid of your problem. That's the worst. I'm giving them 6 from 22 codes, systems, 6 or 7 to each one. That they're working on the shell now, the transform door. And then I checked, a few hundred people, average 60% from all of them, and it's a lot of people, allowing the new. Okay, so what's the to allowing the new now?
Exactly.
It's exactly what you said. What you feel. You feel what's coming up. What's the next things? What's the old things that you're still afraid, that you're not free, that you pain or whatever. And why it's coming up? Because there are no other way to change it. How you will be the teacher of your suffering? How you will be in your skin to say I'm free in it? Just if it come up, and then what's the test? What I will say, why all the cells in the body are in a standby. Either Michael, he will look new or old. He want to get rid of it. Ah. He doesn't want to understand. He just nourish the soul. He just doesn't want to get rid of it. He agreed to learn. That's new. So again, if I check you now, you see, you are in the new. If I give you an interview, you will say, oh, so many old stuff coming up. Okay? That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Probably from next week it will be easier, but again, things that you still suffer, what missing there? The complaining tone, complaining thinking, complaining really deep inside of your concept, the way that you really think about it.
Or fear.
Fear or think or paralyze or want to get rid of. And it's kind of like natural that you want to get rid of your problem or your pain, or it's so natural.
So on a larger scale, like Iran through Syria attacking Israel, how do you stay in
In
the mood
Hebrew
with that?
war, it's 40 kind of birth, life and death. Why we are the Israelis love every other 1 or 2 years war. It's because it's a chance for us, we created a fear for missiles or whatever. Chance for us to change priority, find the fountain of youth, change drawers. Because just when you go to the shutters and you leave, you don't go to the walk and you don't go to this or you don't go to that, then you're with yourself. Then you remember you. When you remember you, you have a chance to change the drawers. Why till now all the people create cancer and that? Priorities, drawers. That's the only reason. To change drawers, priorities. To put themselves in a first priority.
Mm.
In a very simple answer. But yourself, it's including your spirit, including your higher self, if you have a chance to. So yes, Israel now is a big actor in the subconscious collective. A lot of things now will change now. And changing already. And the big question, how you use the war, and it doesn't matter if it will be missile or not. Just the fear.
Just the fear.
Yeah,
Terrible
some
fear.
people need missile on their head to wake up. Some people need just the fear. Depends. Some people need a spirit lesson. Some people need boom to meet the spirit. Okay, questions.
Yes, we have questions about the mirrors. Michael,
Ooh.
yes. Okay, Michael asked a question. Okay, I'm translating while I'm reading it. It was written in Hebrew. She said, is it possible that the things that I see in the mirrors and are missing in me would be too big of a problems, very big problems for me? It would be
Yeah.
too big a problem for me. And she says, you always say that we don't create problems that are bigger than our potential of fixing, but the reality she's experiencing now is different.
Yeah. How we create trust? In others? No way, there is no one soul that trusts other soul. Trust, it means to know who you are, to know what you're made of, to know who's the manager, to know how you're allowing, to know how you walk, to know how things working in you, to know you in all your dimension. And then this is why in Hebrew practicing and trust, it's the same, imun la emun. What I heard here are two levels. It seems for her bigger problem that she can handle. Yeah, it's bigger than her mind. That's for sure. The question, this is the problem that she's described, it's bigger than her what her soul bring, and no, never the soul bring you the next, let's say, a problem that you need to fix next 5 years or next 5 days or whatever. Never. Because she's not there. In the soul, darling Michaela, she has a very combination to see the whole picture and to be in now. And that's another lesson we need to learn. To see the whole picture and to be in now. Like, I cannot be depressed of the problem that I will create next 5 years. No. But if I create something now and I will not grow from it, I will be depressed. Because I will feel the potential of what I could grow from it. So, yes, it's bigger than your mind, but never the day that you will create a problem bigger than your spirit, I'm going to be a bus driver. I'm quitting my job. Can never be that your problem that you create is bigger than you. This is something like easy. Go say to someone that lost child, that whatever, like really, something really powerful. We never create problem bigger than us, and we create those problems. They are not problems. We create them because it's the only way for us to wake up, to change relationship with ourselves, change relationship with this issue, change the sensation and the feeling and the memory in us. This is why we create things. Even something like really horrible from around us, kind of like terrorism or whatever. Next.
Yes. There's another question about a mirror.
Wow.
Estelle Saad asked a question. When I see in the mirror an income, somebody else is having an income, הכנסה,
Okay.
money, that I choose to see and I do not get that income, how do I להשלים את הפער? How do I, איך אומרים להשלים את הפער?
We have a circle of blessing to reach the gap or whatever.
Yeah, how do I reach the gap between what I see, the income in the mirror and the income that I'm getting?
She's not getting from anyone anything.
That she's allowing.
Okay. I will ask Esther, I will ask your question in different words. How I'm fixing my flat tire and I make my circle of blessing in a rhythm that it will serve me. This is the way you should ask yourself. We have a circle of blessing. This is why in Hebrew, knees and blessing are one word. We have a circle of blessing, and money is the most important issue ever, because money is the last name of all the material. What you need to fix with yourself with money, it's near everybody, families, companies, governments. Every second, even when you sleep, you pay for Edison or whatever. In Israel, חברת חשמל. you have a circle of blessing. Does not depend on anyone. And what you create is just the opportunity to put some oil in your circle, in the flat tire of your circle. And we have two main flat tires in the circle of blessing, especially now that they are equal between your material and your spirit. It means if you're a big spirit, this is why in Hebrew spirit and benefit, ruach and revach, is the same word. Spirit and benefit is the same word. Can you imagine? And to pay is to behold. Money, it's a very, very important issue. And money, it's connected directly to fountain of youth, to you decided life. And money, it's a question of your circle of blessing. How you will feel that it doesn't depend on anyone. When you pay, you have to really pay to yourself and change priorities, and you don't pay to others. Even physically, you give him the money. And when you get paid, you should thank yourself and don't feel that you own it. It's just passing through you because there is no money of our own. Even there is no energy of our own. There is nothing of our own. So you create this mirror to learn how to be whole with what's missing in you. To feel the potential that if you created it, means you have a potential now to fix it. Like I said, the spirit never brings the bathing suit before she sees the ocean. It means now you have a chance to fix your circle of blessing. To allow in what you want, that in and out, circle of blessing, it's in and out. To feel that you have a balance between in and out. And you not own anything, and you're free with the material, and you enjoy the food, the clothing, the rent, the house. That's what you should learn. Yes.
We have a question from Alison Schneider.
Woo!
She's watching us. Wait. She's asking, how do you explain the difference between ego and working with your own spirit? Is it being conscious of and aware of the intention?
I didn't understand the last part, but anyway, I will answer Alison. I will show you, Alison, there are two kinds. I will show you physically. This is ego, and this is not. To put ourselves in a first priority, this is the first and the last reason why we choose to born. Yeah. This is why. This is so hard for us, and we think we care about others, we think we want for others, we think we love others, we think we suffer because others, we think we want others to think about us positive and negative and beautiful and love and all that blah, blah, blue, blah. There is no such a thing. There is no one soul that cares about other soul. There is no one soul that want to take forward other soul. And so what we are? Selfish? No. We are spirit. Spirit means the soul, the only thing that she cares, it's how to take the next darkness to light. In Hebrew we call miracle, nes, nisayon, to try. From nun to samech, from darkness to light. That's the only care that the soul cares. How? To take the next thing. This is why you feel just the next things that missing in you. It's the only thing that you feel. The next thing that pain, the next thing that not free, the next thing that you're not free, the next thing that you're paralyzed, the next thing that you feel from the fear and all that. And why? Because you need to be the teacher of what you need to learn to suffer. So this is yes. Mine, my money, I love you, mine, that's very bad. This is why in Hebrew, ani and ein, it's the same letters, like me and So the work, it's everything's supposed to pass through you. You don't own nothing. And to serve with allowing feedback. After I merge the soul, you know what the first teaching I teach? How to keep the soul here, how to keep the soul sandwiches to the spirit. That whatever you do it for you. Even if you don't understand how you volunteer all this organization and all this, and you bring money for your family, and you're so good, because it's the only thing that take you out from loneliness, the only thing that allowing feedback, the only thing that keep your spirit here, especially the higher self, that the soul is not anymore the engine of a stupid machine. Now it's the biggest higher self. This is why this world is so different and so different. And this is why we are so different.
Any questions here?
So, next weekend on Shavuot, I'd like to hear a little bit more about what's turning or what, and just for me, what I find is an old tendency is to trust outside forces somehow.
Matan Torah.
When I hear about
You know what's
that,
Torah in Hebrew? Tor, like
son,
the name of my son. Tor, it means age.
An era.
oh,
Tor, it means the Torah of now is to change the complaint of the tone. To realize finally how we create everything and there is no outside reality. To realize that how really to learn who you are and what you're made of and how things works inside of you. That's freedom. This is why we will build a new frame, and the freedom can be just inside the frame. This is why till now Shavuot was that you bring the first fruit, Chag HaBikurim, because it's 50 days from Leil Assedo, from the first thought. 50 in Hebrew, it's Yam. This is why if you walk in Jerusalem, ask Stephanie, she will get a bunch of water on her car in Shavuot. Because there is Lag BaOmer, the fire, and there is the water. The water is Tachles, Tchelet. It's how really our world, it's not just to sit and send love to who, and we can never send anyone nothing. It's how to bring spirit to material, to the daytime. So I'm happy about your question, because when we will find a new freedom in the new frame, finally, we will understand inside of it, not understand in our, I'm not talking about mind anymore. No mind, never mind. Finally, we'll understand that our freedom, our people that I need to heal, my soulmates, my mirrors, everything what I'm really born for and expect for or whatever, are inside the universe laws. Outside of the universe laws, it's illusion. It's like you see it and you want to touch it and it's not there. All the mirrors that I need to love what I create near them, it means soulmates and whatever, inside the universe laws. The food, it's exactly what exactly, then you understand why you eat. Why the higher self during the day sit in the digestive system. Why in Hebrew, digestive, it's 70 dimension of abilities. Ikul, Ayin Yachol. Very, very wise. Money. that it's not connected to anyone. Everything inside the universe laws. That's the new frame. The universe laws. To each one. Where is he? Life is a parking floor. Don't ever walk with a gun and be wonders why people shoot you. If you walk with a gun, you're in this dimension. So that will be a new this year, more than ever, 101 time more. The freedom in the universe laws. That I don't want to sleep with all the women. I don't want to eat all the food. I don't want to have all the money in the world. I don't want to want others to think about me because there is no such a thing. No, never the person that think about others never born yet, and we will never born. And we always think that we think about others. That's why in Hebrew to think comes from the word important. לחשוב מחשוב. And it's hard to understand. Because we always think, we think about our kids, we think about this, we think about... And it's such a blah blah. Questions?
So when we're in the new frame, the feedback that
When we will agree to learn to
Right.
create the new frame,
right.
that's
Okay, but that's
now
the question,
that's now the last name. I'm agree to learn. When you agree to learn, all your cells are. You're not really. Oh, I'm there. No, you're not there. I'm agree to learn. I'm agree to learn. It means from your own side, it seems like all the universe helping you from your own side, and even they don't. Even it's not true, but from your own side, it seems. Because you're allowing feedback. You create light, you project light, you get double light. That's what we want.
So
When we agree to learn,
when we agree to learn, we're giving feedback to our own system, which is then feedbacking us, and we're creating a loop that then creates a different frame, like the frame of the new. Like something changes, but it's from us, from that feedback.
like I said, the
of
shape,
ourselves.
color, and sound, you will hear different, you will feel different, you will look different.
But there's no outside forces, so it's all us.
Of course, there's no outside force.
Right. So it's the potential is always there. It was always there.
Yeah, but with the potential, you can never bite anything in the deli.
Right. But the system kind of has infinite possibilities.
Yeah, but you don't care about that.
We don't care.
You care about now.
I do right now.
Just now, what's bother you? Just now. What missing in your next 5 years? Who cares? You not suffer or you not earn about that. You understand? But you suffer, earn light, heavy about the lesson now and what option now and what's in the, I will say, in the shell that can become light. The darkness point that want to be light. That's the only thing that the soul practice.
So there's no such thing as holiness, for example. Holy like kadosh or
In Hebrew, kodesh, it's codes, shin.
what's shin?
Shin is the letters that
Letter.
Safa, it's shin po,
Oh.
Osher, it's or shin, Shachor, it's shin chor,
It's a letter that
Kodesh, it's
Frees
code
things
shin,
up.
codes,
I got it.
spirit's codes.
So it's not a place in you or a system or
No,
a time.
no. We're going to change really, we're already there, it's not like in the future. Or me, I'm a healer, I know how to check in and inside, and I heal 500 people a day, and this and that. And I never saw such a big transformation changing inside, in the spirit, inside us. Never,
Huh.
never. This is why all what I need to do is always agree to learn. And I used to be champion of, I know how your heart, your liver, your this, your that. I used to teach manager of hospitals about anatomy. That's what I did for 4 years. And now I'm happy to be stupid and happy not knowing anything, but one thing I know. Everything's a question. Now depends everything. Ask me, where is the button of the laundry machine? It's to change the tone of your complaint inside of you. To see the next thing that I'm fixing, not as oh wow, here is the next thing that I want to fix. Here is the next thing that wow, and I'm telling you, it was such a pattern in us, inside our cells, inside our beings, our organs, inside our soul, that the soul want to clear this. So all the new now, or let's say all the abilities of the old to become new in a very dancing way, depends how much you really remember this. To change the complaint not in the talk, in the thinking, in the way that the body think, in the way that the spirit think, in your essence. Question?
Okay. Alison wrote thank you about the answer from before. Michaela has another question. She wrote in English now. What if, she's asking, what if the picture in a certain subject in my life stays the same picture for many years now? Of course, I guess I'm not putting enough awareness, but it seems to me that I lost my trust in that subject.
So what's the question?
She said there's a certain picture that stays the same for many years, that she sees the same picture and it doesn't change. She understands that she doesn't put the right awareness, but somehow
because
she lost the
there is
trust
no
that she
outside
could be
reality at all, to no one. All your reality, it's old movies. This is why in Hebrew to change and repeat it's the same word. Leshanot lishnot. All your job is to bring the next picture, but not by your mind. What's the trust? You know what's the trust? Not to decide for the spirit what to work on you tomorrow. That's subconsciously try to get rid of things. It's to wake up and to see what the spirit bring, because the spirit very wise. She moved your film, your blood inside the night to the liver, and she saw the whole picture. And she know exactly what to bring without your help. The minute you want to help, you want to get rid of. The minute there is the worst thing in the world is to try to get rid of what you create to try to fix. It's like finally you reach in the line of all the process, okay? And the minute instead crossing the line, you want to get rid, now you need to go again. It's like this game that you used to play with Sylvie and me, that when you come to 98 and you're 101, you have to go again to number 1. That's life. That's life when you want to get rid of things. And what you want to get rid of the ability to add more trust to your spirit and to change the way you look at this as a curse or as a whatever. That's what you need to change. The curse, the kind of curse, the sense, because all the flat tires are in the spirit, in the physics, nothing is flat tire. There is nothing to fix in the physics. All the fixing and all the tikkunim is in the spirit. So what flat tire in the spirit? Sensation, a little memory. And if we don't change our way, the way we look, doesn't change. So I don't remember what was the question and why I answered all this, but
Alison asking a question, or you want to go back to Michaela's question, or you're done?
Anyway, I don't remember. So.
Alison is writing, she's listening to the answer of Kodesh that you just said, and its meaning codes, and how light mist pass through us. She's asking, is it okay or even good to say words like we pass from darkness to light all the time to other people around us, or should this not be said to others and we just feel it and allow it?
Anyway, just hear mind and mind and mind and mind, Alison. What you say and what you do doesn't count at all. We call it in Hebrew, what counts is the intention. What's that intention? There is a good intention, bad intention, positive intention. That's the biggest trap in catch-22 that we think. There is no good or bad at all. Intention is the way your awareness merge your inner spirit. So there is no good or bad what to say. It's what you, when you say, it's what you think. And there is no really tricks to say that I will feel good, to say that I will feel bad. No.
Like a mantra.
Yeah. We're going to cut all the things that we used to think that will make it a shortcut, get rid of all that blah blah. Pray for others, there is no such a thing. Blessing others, there is no way. And we don't have luck, and you're not affected at all by others, and you not affect others. You have a screen, that's what you project, that's what you get double. And all our job is to change the screen. And how we change the screen? We have to go back to the things that it begin. Everything begin with the male softness, has to end in the male softness, either you're male or woman.
Esther Saad wrote that she loves what she creates near us, and thank you. Michaela has another question. We all know how important it is for the spirit to create the soulmates for her own growth. How come most of us are not there yet?
Okay. Of course, now we are more ready to meet ourselves. Soulmates, it's a big mirror that I can fix my eyebrow and tie my shoes in the same mirror. It's not anymore narrow mirror. Why we not creating, even now there is a big potential to everybody to meet the soulmates. The soulmates. And why when a soulmate meets a soulmate there is an energy field that it's the highest energy field that exists to heal, to change things. It's like you put a sheet, it become gold just for the image. When soulmates near soulmates. Because we still carry the library of the old inside of us. People need to love us, and we need to love someone, and of course who I love has all the energy that I don't have, so, and I have all the energy that she doesn't have, and wow, we can be one, blah blah blah. Soulmates, it's to be emotional ready, and it's the symbolize of the final idea that there are no togetherness. It's to flow and to be yourself near the opposite person that holding the other side of the same concept. It means he's totally the opposite from you in all the dimension physically also. And it's to be you and to see all day what's missing in you, but in the same time to love what you create and not love the person. There is no anymore to put here, I will be back soon, there is someone bigger than me, or I love, or whatever. This is why we have 28 soulmates. And it's a very, very important, and we're going to learn, because soulmates, it's kind of like the fruit of all the process. This is why it's a very powerful feeling, and it's emotional ready to really, really fix the loneliness in us. And loneliness, it's not with you, who you are, it's what you expect.
Can I answer the question? Can you explain the loneliness and what that means?
Loneliness is to wait for it's me waiting for you to call, to love me, to know about me, to recognize me, to answer me. To loneliness, it's a, I will say it in an image. It's kind of like to want to see me through your binocular. That's loneliness. Loneliness is to think that one day someone will knock on my door and he will find me and I will be so perfect for him and he will have all the things that missing in me and bring them in his bag. Loneliness is to love others. Loneliness is to want that other will love you. And because there is no such a thing, then we're stuck. Then we don't want to be here. Then we change our behavior and change our, because we're selling ourselves, because maybe if I be nice, you will love me, maybe, it's like, it's not us. And then we're going very, very far from who we are and what we want to fix. And also we're going very far to create and to fix the loneliness. Because loneliness is to love what you create. Even it's not to love yourself. Because there is no such a thing to love yourself. It's to love what you create. Near this person, near this issue, near this. And it's so hard to love what you create. Because always your mind will tell you, oh, you could create something else. Because you still think there is good or bad. There is no good or bad, and there is no positive or negative. That's the biggest illusion. And it's a very, very powerful time that we're going now, because a lot of people are going to allow in soulmates, so we're going to fix the loneliness.
How does the...
It's different mirrors to different angles. Angels are angels.
How does the collective subconscious work with
With
higher
you.
self? Sorry?
If I have a camera and I will picture the subconscious collective, you will see million people, each one dancing to a different side. It's like your body.
Got it.
Each cell working to a different energy. This pull to there, this pull to there, this whatever. And it seems one. And they serve in one energy that serve in your energy.
Understand.
Each one send his needs, and from this, like I said before, Trump is the flower on the top of the subconscious collective. Let's say this is the subconscious collective, he's here.
Which means what? I don't know what a flower is. Like a decoration?
It means all the people holding his haircut. You don't understand what's flower. The top, the button, that he's serving the subconscious collective now.
Uh-huh. So whatever issue, like whatever, I don't even know what the word
It's
is.
accurate.
Frames everyone is twirling and creating go through.
Yeah, and a lot of people create now to disappear, not to be here, to die, to add themselves to someone else, because we're going to be less people and more souls, more whole souls, because before 4,000 years the soul was splitting and now it's coming back. That's why when I merged soul, I said be vegan, not to save the animals, of course, cannot save anyone. It's a question of density. the animal very, very dense for the higher self to extract light and to send 70 dimension. Until now, our soul and our higher self could extract just 20 dimension. Let's say I eat pepper, so the higher self could take the pepper and split it to just 20, send to the eyes a little bit from the pepper what he need, to the liver, to this, to that. Soon, and very soon, we're supposed to jump to 70 dimension. That the pepper will split to 70 dimension, that all the energy that I made of will get batteries, will get energy. This is why vegan is very, very important. Very important. To who? To those that have potential of the higher self. If not, no.
Michaela had the question she asked before the show. And then she added many questions while we were at the show. Okay. So, she wrote that in Hebrew before. Everything in this creation is a spiral, and every change that goes in a process. There's a process. So the question is, do the laws of creation, in the way that you bring them, does it fit everyone, every person in any stage that they are, or is it possible that there's some subject that for some people their pace of learning and fixing is different?
Like no spiral? No.
No,
Everything
no,
what exists
everything
in this
is
galaxy
is
is
a spiral,
spiral.
but maybe some subjects they don't fit the same to other people that are in a more beginning place of the spiral and they're fixing, or in a lower level, or what you bring fits everyone, and it doesn't matter
Anyway, it's a mind
where they are in
question.
the spiral.
In Hebrew,
of
to ask
progressing.
question is to lishol, la'alot me'ashol. It's come up from the dungeon, and this is a mind question. And sorry, Michaela, I solved my mind. Yes, next.
Okay, so no more questions?
Good. So,
Wait, can you just tell from your perspective what's cancer?
cancer?
Mm.
Cancer, it's a symptom, but try to ask for you, not for others.
Oh, right.
I just,
I don't have a question then.
no, but I will say, okay.
I don't have a question.
Okay. Everything is a spiral in this galaxy, yes? Cancer, it's not a big issue. Cancer, it's a symptom or the fruit of decision of the spirit, either to be a question mark or to live. Okay? Why? If the life passed through you when I merge soul every day, the life's supposed to pass through you. I don't merge because I want to be merged, because the person has a potential to try as a miracle, like I said, to see if the spirit can go forward for this body. Spirit has a very stupid, simple logic. Can I go forward of this body, or I will choose different body to go forward? Very simple. This is why there are 40, 50 days. People you call me every day, and I cannot merge them. I cannot work on them. I cannot merge them. I cannot heal them. I cannot. It can change, like with your issue, the change. Okay. So, when your soul is here and life passing through you, so all your spiral, most of the spiral or the main tendency will be from in to out. When it's from in to out, it's hard to fear from the fear, it's hard to create cancer, and I will explain why, and it's hard to have chronic problem or whatever. This is when the life passing through you. When the life, like most of the people that they are not here, the light and the vessel are not together, their contract with the self still under old wound. So the life is not passing through them, they're passing near them. So instead spiral from in to out, it's a spiral from out to in. The day that the spiral will close herself, that no light will pass, because all life it's a question of plumbing or whatever. This is why in Hebrew tzaddik it's tzafona, daroma, yama, and kedma. So the day that the spiral will close and no light, the cells will become cancer. It means that the spirit more leaves the body more crystallization. That's cancer. It means, so some people, like I heal from cancer already for 40 years, and some people I can tell them even don't even call or whatever. Or some people I'm trying and help and it helps a little bit or whatever. If they think I will heal them. And you know what the first talk I'm doing to the person that come to me with cancer? How to change priorities. If not, if he's thinking, okay, I will pay the money, you do the work, no way. No way. Maybe I can help him a little bit or change him or help him to pass to the next level, or I don't know, but it's not really healing. Healing for cancer, because cancer, it's the question mark of the spirit. Can I go forward through this body or not? Some people not, some people, depends. Or some people it's too late, or some people need just to fix things or whatever, but that's cancer.
Thank you.
But more the cancer is there, more there are hooks. More there are hooks, less the spirit can sit in the body. This is how I heal every day a lot of people from cancer. I cut the hooks. Cut the hooks, the spirit can more land.
What's a hook?
Hook, you made from hooks. If look at this. Shh. You see all these are hooks. It's settlement.
The things that aren't moving.
It's the only way to stay, because you are flow. So if something want to stay inside your body because you have an opinion, and this opinion need to be translated physically in your physical body, there is a hook to every infection, every problem, every block has a hooks.
Catches it.
Yeah, no, like hold. So if I come, I developed an amazing technique a long time ago. The minute I start to check spiritually and I saw these hooks. Let's say you're inside the river and I want to push you, so you will hold in the walls of the river. Let's say I want to push you more, you will hold stronger. But if I come and I peel the holding, and this hooks usually around the bones, this is why cancer and the bone marrow goes together, because the bone is the archive and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And every block, every cancer has a lot of hooks. So if I don't push the cancer or the tumor or whatever, or any block or any organ, but I come and just cut the hooks, then start to pump. Start to pump, the light pass through. We don't need to tell the light pass through. The light just wait as a stupid light to have a chance to flow.
Michaela asked the question again in a shorter version.
Okay.
Do you want me to say it in Hebrew or try to translate it?
Tell it in Hebrew and I will
Okay.
translate. Because sometimes the
Okay, the shorter
translation is
version,
like...
I know. Now she's asking the shorter version, which is clearer. Okay. האם חוקי הבריאה מתאימים לכולם בכל רמה שהיא?
Okay. The question is, are the universe law fits everybody in all the level? Yes, but again, some people, even they need to be less dense, they still can eat fish and have the process of the higher self. Or some people can sleep with no soulmates and still can higher self go still forward inside the body. It depends who you are and what's your potential and how much you want to go forward. More you feel your potential and you feel that you're not there, more you depressed. More you low. If you didn't feel your potential, you will never be depressed. So it depends to who. If I sleep with no soulmates, I will die. Or if I will eat meat, I will like... And some other person can eat near me to chew the cow like that. It depends to who, and depends who you are. And I said life is parking floors. And our job, and that will never stop, the inner engine that push us. What's the inner engine that always pushing us to go forward? No one can stop this inner engine. Even if you die and you choose to have a different body, you never stop the inner engine to try to take the system forward. And what's the inner engine? It's pushing us to our potential, to be who we are. Because that's what we care. So if we know the universe laws, and we change the complaint, because till now the universe law was terrible for us. Was like mitzvot, like God, like things that are like very bad. That you're never good enough for your God or whatever. Universe laws are now, from next week, are the most amazing feeling of a new expanding, of a new coming out from the bubble to my potential and to my new freedom. And in Hebrew, freedom and look for, it's the same, לחפש and חופש. I'm not looking for, that's loneliness, that I'm looking for always that the freedom will, someone else or whatever will give me and teach me. I don't know if I answer Michaela, what she asked, but
Yeah,
The
she
universe
was,
rules
she
apply.
was
yes,
happy.
yes. Everybody made from light, everybody spirit, but some people knows and some people doesn't know. That in Hebrew we say in Matzav HaRuach, but all your flat tire spirit, all the people that you born and you see, and what you see even outside during the day, spirit and through your spirit, and you see the spirit of what you need to meet yourself, and you don't know even what, but everything is spirit, yes, everything project, no one depends on anyone, you not affect anyone, but most of the people doesn't know it. You always think you suffer because your wife, your husband, your neighbors, your enemies, your whatever, or who, or because they don't love you, like you invest and all that blah blah.
So when someone dies and the spirit
Someone choose to die.
choose to die and the spirit.
This way in Hebrew, wholeness, shlemut, it's shel mavet.
Okay. They choose to die and the spirit leaves and now it's not in a body.
It's not anymore.
Right.
It used to be.
Oh,
Now 2 days before he died, he already had himself to a different body.
okay. And does it come with the same kind of like tikkun basically in the new? No. The hooks, everything, it's just gone, new story.
Now, yes,
Fascinating.
yeah.
That's
It
amazing.
begins 26 years ago.
Began.
Or it began 4,000 years ago in Noach, when the soul split herself to a lot of, and this is why,
That's when I met you.
yeah, in Noach, I remember
No,
you.
I mean 26
You've been near the cow and, yeah, 26 years ago. 26 years ago, it begins that, of course, again, any process is dimensional. It doesn't mean all the people that died from 26 ago had themselves right away 2 days
Right,
before. No, but it begin.
right.
It begin the energy. Now it's almost for everybody, babies, people. Before you born, you had yourself, and more people get their puzzles. This is why in Hebrew wholeness is shel mavet. This is why when I merge the soul, I tell them don't eat that and that, that you will, if you have a potential to be a main soul, to be less density in your thinking, in your food, in less density. That's the question. Because this, let's say the 16 puzzles will choose a person to add themselves, and this person will, for the first time, will get young. His metabolism, his life, his everything.
But the tikkun just disappears? I mean, I thought kind of like it would carry through to the...
That was till now. Till now, if you die blind, you will come blind again.
Or at least
Like
the
no
issue.
hope. Till now, that's what it was for 26,000 years. No hope. This is why all the birthmarks and all that, it's tikkunim. It's fixing its scars in the soul. Till now it was like that. Now not. My brother had myself to me. In the worst case, he was blind.
Right.
He was no legs. He was whatever. And he had himself to me, and I felt amazing. But me, I'm not a good example, but that's what I check every day.
Right.
Yeah. But again, it's like, because it's the wholeness. Yeah, that's very powerful, very, very powerful. And that's the universe laws now. This is why also the conceiving is different. Now I can tell a woman you're pregnant, but she said, wait, I didn't make love. Go make love just for the officially, you're pregnant. And actually it's true, because everything before the physic, first it's in the spirit. There is no physic. Physic is a different density of the spirit. It's like, it's hard to understand. We think the physical bring the spirit. No. No way. There is no physical. And especially for next week, you're going to feel it more and more and more and more in a lot of dimensions. I didn't have a chance now today to speak about all the dimensions. That the physically and the spirit, the freedom and the frame, the speed of light in the material. Yeah. So this is it in few words. And Saturday I'm going to make a big tuning for it, if all of you want to be in the list. And Sunday I make a workshop in Tel Aviv if you want to come to Tel Aviv, in the ocean, and we agree under the water to the new contract, because all the water are connected. Theoretically, if you scream in a fountain in all the ocean, and we made from 72% of water, and also this earth, 72% of water, and this is a very powerful junction. And we are, like I said, in the biggest ever transformation to the new. But again, forget all this lecture, remember just one thing. Agree to learn to change the tone in the tone of the complaining, in your thinking, speaking, trusting. That's fair. That's how to allow in the new with fun and joy, like wow, hey, no, hello, you know, and for all the American and the European people, I can give you the option like in the Israelis. Sometimes for the confidence, for the allowing, the gasoline, they ask me, Michael, check if I'm in the new, because the old is coming up. Like I said, it's not coming up like one by one, coming up like whoop. So it's hard sometimes. So yes, ask me. You can call me or email me or whatever. If you are in the new, I will do like this, and the new is amazing. That's mean that fountain of youth, it's easy. This is it.
Bye.